Good morning. So nice to have you join us today. Look how bright and colorful the studio is to kick things off this morning. It's all thanks to Dana Chadwell. She is here with Chattanooga Yarn Company. So nice to have you.
Thank you so much for having me this morning.
We have had you on our calendar for a while now, and I've been excited to see you walk through the door. And I love it because as we're talking this morning, probably everybody watching would have an interest in coming and learning how to
knit or crochet.
Craft. Yeah. So you yourself were kind of a latecomer, right? You just picked it up a few years ago?
Well, I have been knitting about 17 years, but you know, a lot of people learned it in childhood. I did not. I definitely learned as an adult, so you can do it. I have lots of people who learn all throughout their lives.
Your store is over at Northgate.
It is.
You love it because it's easy access for your customers.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love being inside Northgate Mall. It's easy to find from anywhere in town, great parking, security, so it's a really nice place to have a shop, and it's indoors, which is great in the summer. There's no going from shop to shop outside and in the rain and the heat.
So I had one grandmother who embroidered, and I had one who was a crocheter.
Yes.
And the thing I think I know is that the yarn that you use makes all the difference.
Oh gosh, yeah. You know, there are different purposes for different yarns, and there's certainly places where you want to use a less expensive yarn that's going to be sturdy, that's going to be washable, dryable, that you don't have to worry about. Sometimes you just want to practice with a less expensive yarn, but there are things where you really want a good yarn. So great yarn doesn't have to be expensive, but great yarn has to be well manufactured. So something like this, which is 100% cotton, isn't an expensive fiber at its core, but when it's made very well, you get a really beautiful outcome. You get these incredible stripe patterns, and that's what you want when you've put in hours and hours of effort. You really want something to come out beautiful.
And last.
And last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the yarns that are next to you, are those used, are they interchangeable? Is a crochet yarn and a knitting yarn the same?
All yarns are knitting yarns, all yarns are crochet yarns.
Okay, so are all of these the same type of fiber? Do you only sell the one type?
Oh no, we sell fibers from all over the world, made out of all kinds of critters and all kinds of plants. So something like this is 100% acrylic. It's great for baby blankets, washable items. This is 100% cotton. That's going to come from Israel. It's going to come from Greece, places like that where there's a lot of cotton trade. Merino comes from Australia, which is a type of wool. I've got American fibers. I got American cottons, American merino and rambouillet wools, which are breeds of sheep. You end up knowing a lot about agriculture when you learn about yarn, but silk, cashmere, alpaca, llama. We have a lot of different kinds of yarns and blends. You know, you have cotton linen blends, you have alpaca wool blends, you have acrylic wool blends. So
I would imagine that you are a go-to for people who are already doing this. They seek you out.
We are a resource and we are a community. The community aspect of the store is probably the most important part. I say a lot, I'm the second person to get any kind of news from people. If there's a baby coming, the first place they come is the yarn shop because, you know, they want to make something for their baby. If there's been an illness or a death in the family, knitters and crocheters come to the yarn shop first because they want something to do with their hands, because sometimes having that motion with your hands can still that sort of frantic feeling, whether it's a good frantic or a bad frantic, whether you're excited about something that's happening or really sad. It's soothing, it's calming, and it helps you center yourself.
Well, you know, I'll segue that into a conversation we were having off camera of how all of this really exploded during COVID.
Yeah.
Not only were people home, they were probably a little bit depressed. The world had changed so much. This was something that you could do.
And you can accomplish something, you can finish something. And being able to sit and make something with your own hands for someone that you love is such a meaningful process.
So I'm curious about your classes, because I would think, I'm a big Christmas in July-er. I mean, we're all starting to think about it.
It's
I would
coming.
think that's a great Christmas gift.
It is. It's a great Christmas gift, and it's a great time to start Christmas gifts right now. Classes are my favorite thing about Chattanooga Yarn Company. I love teaching my classes. My staff loves teaching the classes. You get such a feeling of community. People stay in classes for years at a time sometimes just because they love sitting down at that table with their friends and learning new skills together. And it's just so much fun and such a great way to spend time with people who may be very, very different from you in a lot of ways, but you've got that same interest and you start finding common ground at the table.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine a lot of times you see multi-generational tables, and that's just good for everybody. The young people,
I
your
love my young people.
Even teenagers, they're loving it. So what a fun thing to do with your grandchild or your child, go together.
And let me tell you, the young people in their 20s and on, they are so fearless with their knitting and their crochet. They will try anything, they will figure it out. We're always a resource for coming in and getting help if you're stuck on a technique or you've made a mistake and you don't know how to fix it. But boy, the young people, they are off and running, and I love that.
So I was secretly hoping with these beautiful pieces that you brought today that maybe you could come in and purchase these, but no.
No, these are all for inspiration. We are all about making your own thing, whether it's a hat or a sweater or a scarf or even a dishcloth or a hot pad, which is kind of what we start beginning knitters and crocheters with. We're about giving you the inspiration to let you see how a yarn works up and how a pattern works up, let you try it on, let you pick the thing you want to make, and then guide you through making something that's all your own.
If people go to your website, is that how they'll find out more about the classes?
Yes, ChattanoogaYarn.com is where we list our classes. Our next beginning knitting class comes up at the end of August. We've got a big event going on in August, which is the Great Tennessee Yarn Tour, which is sort of a shop hop.
Oh, fun.
So it'll be a fun month to come visit.
All right, and you know where to find her now. She's right inside Northgate Mall, which makes your parking easy, and the air conditioning is on. Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
My name is Andy Titleman. There was a forklift accident. It broke my foot as well as about 3 toes. I was in terrible pain. I didn't know quite what to do. Before I hired Morgan & Morgan, I did call a few other places. The other places denied helping me. I called Morgan & Morgan.